Welcome to another football edition of Burger Brothers. Danny Boy O'Connor, my co-host, my burger brother. He cannot be here today. He's on some outsider's house business. Pinch hitting honorary burger brother Nathan Thompson.
Excited to be here, ready to eat some burgers.
And ready to talk some football with someone that you will be familiar with. We're excited to have him on the show. Let's go to Classic 50s and get some grub.
All right.
And as we continue with the football theme, we are joined by an absolute legend, Heisman Trophy winner, household name in Oklahoma and Michigan, and all over the place. There you go.
I'll say go Lions.
Billy Sims is with us. Sooner. And he is joining us for Burger Brothers. And we're getting ready to order, and we're just, absolutely thrilled to have you with us.
Yeah, glad to be here.
What,
this is not barbecue this time.
This is not barbecue. This is barbecue. Now you can get barbecue sauce, I think, on some of these burgers.
Right.
What are you gonna get?
You know, I don't know if I've ever eaten here. Billy, you said you used to come here,
Oh,
right?
when I was in college.
What should we
Well, the
order?
burgers are, well, I hadn't eaten here in a while, but I know back when I was in, this was the #1 spot to come to get a great burger. And from what I've been hearing, the burgers are still great.
I think I want to hit the button.
Go for it.
Let's do this. Yes, first.
Well, you know what? I'm going to try to eat a chili.
No, I'm just joking.
Give me a single burger, please, with cheese.
Nathan, go ahead.
I think I'll have the #1, no cheese.
I think I'm gonna get a bacon cheeseburger. How long have you owned Classic 50s?
Well, my family, my grandparents started it in 1957 as Glenn's Drive-In and then Sonic and now Classic 50s. But I bought my whole family out 3 years ago.
This has been, a generational thing.
I'm a third generation owner. My grandparents had it forever, and my uncle eventually took it over probably in the late 80s, early 90s, right around the time we became Classic 50s. And then I came home, I was overseas working, and I came home, and shortly after my grandfather had passed, and my uncle wanted to retire. My grandma's 85, and she's just like, well, I guess we're gonna sell it. And I was like, oh no, we can't sell it, I'll buy it. So my husband and I bought everybody out and decided to keep it going.
Have that always kind of been in the back of your mind?
Well, it's always been in the back of my mind that I never wanted to see it disappear. The people have offered to buy it over the years, but it's mostly they want the property. It's Lindsay Street property, so they wanted to make a parking lot or a strip mall, and we never really had a great offer for somebody who wanted to operate and run a drive-in. And so it was really important to me that we kept my grandfather's legacy going.
We've got Billy Sims with us today. He said this is a place that he used to come all the time.
He did, and that's what I was saying earlier to the girls. Like, I remember Billy Sims. I remember these guys running around here when I was a kid, and I would be, drug up here and stuck in the back on a pickle bucket. And so, don't move. I remember these guys coming out here and being on the patio and coming out at night and bringing dates and, all kinds of stuff. This is the place to be, and, it's just generation after generation grows up. They're used to it.
Now, one of the things that's so special about classic restaurants like this is that the formula, the way the burgers are made, what you guys do, kind of stays the same through the years.
It does. It's based off of a 1950s drive-in model. In the 50s, drive-ins became a big thing, and they were kind of popping up all over. It was very Americana. And so we keep a lot of the stuff the same.
That has to feel good to do something that's fun and at the same time kind of preserving a legacy.
Yeah, it is. I was really, really close to my grandparents, and I spent, most of my childhood with them, around them, at their house, at this drive-in. So when Grandpa passed, it was a really big deal for me, and I miss him all the time. But buying this place and being here every day is something that's really kept me close to him.
So like we're having a little picnic here.
Yeah, that's right.
It's nice, the outdoor seating. It's always been outdoor, right?
I hadn't sit here since the 70s.
That's awesome.
Been here since the 70s, I don't think. Yeah.
Great
I'm
Texas
passing,
memories,
yeah,
huh?
I'm passing down all the time. It's still here.
Everything else has kind of changed.
Yeah, everything around it, but it's still the same, which is good.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right.
Good.
Good.
That is some good stuff. This was a place you used to come all the time.
Stayed right down the street. Either we are jobs up here, everybody piled into one car or something. Didn't have much money. We'll come here and hang out.
Being back here in Norman, when you get to come back here in Norman, what kind of feelings do you get? I mean, it's got to be emotional on Saturdays, every Saturday, just because of.
There's emotion just coming to Norman. I call it God's country. When people say, we're going to Norman, I said, well, God's country. I said, that. And the fact of it has naturally has grown a lot since my days, back here in the 70s when I was here going to school. Changed a lot, but the fans and the programs still the same, which is winning.
And
we blame that on Coach Bud Wilkinson, who started that.
Yep.
You've got a great recruiting story about how Coach Switzer got you.
Oh yeah. As I was saying, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri by birth. Big Cardinals fan. I'm still a big baseball fan. And moved to East Texas, a little town called Hooks, about bigger than this restaurant. Not too far from Idabel, Oklahoma, but on the Texas side. And believe it or not bragging, when I came out of high school, everybody said, what Hooks said? I was the all-time second leading rusher nationally in high school. And of course, the first was a guy by the name of Kenneth Hall from Sugar Land, Texas, which is outside of Houston. He held that record for over 50-something years until the running back from Alabama.
Derrick
Yeah.
Good, yeah. He owns the record now. But just imagine, this guy had it for over 50 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I actually was headed to Baylor University. At that time, it was still the Southwest Conference. Grant Taft was the head coach, and my grandmother had fell in love with Coach Taft. They're Baptists, we're Baptists. So I didn't have really a favorite college school I was rooting for. But my baseball coach was from Durant, Oklahoma, another small town southeast of here. Big Sooner fan, so I said, hey, Coach, I'll go up there and visit, but I'm going to Baylor. I'm not going to Oklahoma. Well, OU had just won the national championship the year I came up here to visit in '74. They had a lot of Texas players on the team, which I didn't know that at first, because if you remember, OU was on probation in '74 and '75. Nobody never saw him. Probably one of the greatest teams that nobody ever saw, but people knew about him. And came up here and did my visit, getting ready to go back home. And I told Coach Swiss, I said, well, Coach, I'm still committed to Baylor. I'm thinking I'm going to go to Baylor. But this is what I first heard was Sooner Magic. He's getting ready to turn the Sooner Magic up on me, but I don't know this. He said, well, before you go home, I want you to meet my kids, my family. I said, okay, Coach. Well, I go by there, and 3 kids. They're all grown now, got kids. They run out to meet him. Well, they have on number 20. That's my jersey number. To myself, I'm high school. I'm thinking, this is awesome. Didn't know it was a plan. And I said, wow, Coach. He said, oh, yeah, they already selling your jersey number up here. I'm thinking, my jersey number? I'm thinking I got the only number 20, Well, so I'm kind of leaning now before I leave. So that following weekend, they play in the University of Colorado in Boulder, Colorado. And Coach know where to find me, because on the weekend I pump gas at the gas station, full service, the old-fashioned way. And where Hooks was to Idabel, I could get the game on the radio. So it's about to be halftime, and one of my coworkers said, hey, Billy, Coach Switzer want to talk to you. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I heard him call his name on the radio. I know Coach ain't on that phone. I go inside. True enough, it's Coach Swisher at halftime on the phone. I mean, I'm just out of it. I can't believe it. What coach in their right mind do stuff like that? But he's turning up shooting magic on me again. True story. And I'm saying, wow. So we talked the whole entire halftime. I could hear the referee come in and say, Coach, you're getting ready to kick off. He said, you're at number 20? I said, yes, sir. He said, I'm going to promise you two things. If you recommit, come to this great university, great state of Oklahoma. I said, okay. I said, what's that, Coach? He said, well, I'm going to make sure you graduate for one thing, which I did, get your diploma. And two, you're going to win the Heisman Trophy. Well, he really turning up to some magic now. Well, true enough, both happened. And the funny thing about it, I was saying earlier, we as freshmen, this year, my freshman class, they used to call the top blue chippers of the state of Texas. And 14 out of 18 came to Oklahoma that year. I was one of them. And come to find out, he told every one of us we gonna win the Heisman Trophy. We even laugh about that now. He said, well, 1 out of 5 wasn't bad. So, you know, but it happened. That's something I never saw happening. Because even, a lot of people forget, my second year, I get hurt. I missed the whole season, didn't play at all. Myself and J.C. Watts, ex-congressman, we was on the scout team, believe it or not, running from the Selman brothers. Leroy and Dewey. That what made us really good, huh? And who would have thought, and I always said, at that time, we had a lot of great, I mean, it was ridiculous how much talent. That was back in those days when there were no scholarship limits. We had over 200 guys. We were 3 or 4 deep at every position. It didn't matter who got hurt. Move it over, keep moving. And it was unreal. And I always say anybody in our backfield at that time probably could have won the Heisman Trophy. My quarterback, J.C. Watts, was first. He came in with that year. Kenny King, David Overstreet, Elvis Peacock, and they just go on and on. And probably Joe Washington, I always still say this to today, he should have won one had they been on TV. Yeah. Now, Archie Griffin might have never got that second one. I didn't mean to say that real loud.
People around here won't mind.
No, that's all good.
I got this Michigan guy.
I'm a Michigan guy too, so I was like, hey, I got no problem with that.
Okay.
Well, it's funny. So, I mean, speaking of that, after OU, you end up coming up to my neck of the woods, up in Michigan, and it's so funny because I ended up coming to OU, and so I'm walking around all these people that have all these Billy memories from when he's at OU, and all my Billy memories are from Detroit.
Detroit, right.
Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff, the commercial where you're flying over the city with Mel Farr.
Another former player. Yeah, it was wow. But my thing was when I got there, I ran into a team of guys that they was pros, but they wasn't used to winning. Here I come from Oklahoma, we was used to winning. And I know my first year we turned it around because we ended up coming in second off a tiebreak against Minnesota. They won the division, we come in second. I think we made the playoffs a couple of years. The strike year, we kind of backed into that. Probably our best year was '83, win the division, go out and lose to 49ers by a field goal.
I remember it vividly.
Eddie Murray.
6 years here.
Oh. You too? We were looking at extra game, extra paycheck. I'm like, wow. Had a great kicker out of Tulane, Eddie Murray. I see Eddie from time to time. But what he forgot, we all forgot, in Candlestick, that wind, exactly, off the ocean. Yeah. I mean, it was about 40 yards. We about to walk off the field. I know Eddie finna make this. And it got, looked like about a foot out. That wind just pushed it to the right.
You talked about how they pulled out the Super Magic to recruit you, but
yeah.
when you look at these athletes now and all the stops they pull out to recruit them, and then when they get here, all the facilities.
Unreal. I had a chance to go in the Newport, and I couldn't believe everything in there. They even have fruits and stuff they feed them. I said, we done took all that to the dorm room back in my day. I mean, it's just amazing what they, of course, if you're not keeping up with the time, you get left behind. And And all the universities are doing it. Different era now, different kids. So I understand that.
It'd be nice if you had it back then, though, right?
Yeah, but back then, I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, we played together, worked together. We was there 4 years. And it was a great thing. Of course, it's different now.
What is the funniest locker room story that you can talk about on camera?
This is a family show.
This is a family show.
Boy, there's a lot of them. I got one with Coach Swisher. Of course, if he was here telling it, he'll get emotional and start crying. So he does it all the time. If I'm around, he'll tell this story about me. My senior year, I always considered, I thought it was better than my junior year when I won the Heisman. We was a younger team. They picked Nebraska to win the Big 8 that year. We probably had 3 or 4 seniors on the team. Everybody else was sophomores, maybe juniors, freshmen. And we had just beat Missouri up there. We had a great day, great supporting cast. I ended up with about 247 yards. And my last game was here in Norman, 78, against the Black Shirts. That was Nebraska, they beat us. Well, I didn't know this till he told me. So he come over there after practice, we were in the locker room, he said, sit down a minute. Thinking, what's going on? He don't know him tell me to sit down. You know, he say good night, goodbye, whatever. He said, you had a great game last week. I said, yeah, Coach, we did pretty good. It wasn't just me, you know, teammates and everybody. Matter of fact, when I won the Heisman, my roommate, Greg Roberts, won the Outland Trophy. He was from Texas, Nacogdoches, Texas, played for Tampa Bay. I said, yeah, Coach, we needed all of them. He said, well, we never got to play Nebraska this week. I said, yeah, I know, Coach. He said, I don't know if you were aware that nobody has ran over 100 yards on them this season. I said, yeah, they're pretty good. They got a great defense. He said, you think you got one more good game in you? I said, Coach, I saved my best for last. Well, of course, Nebraska come to town and I ended up with 287 against them and a 70-yarder called back. And after the game, he said, I knew you was going to be good, but I didn't know you was going to be that good. But he not just me, you know, Coach, it's amazing when I'm around, because I've seen him a lot all the time. Impeccable memory, guys and people, situations. If he ever met you guys, he ain't gonna forget it. You might forget your name, but you know he met you something. Mm-hmm. And he just have a love for his teammates and people in general, not just his teammates. I know 40-something years ago when I was here playing, this still sticks with me today. He said after your career, your season's over with and everything, I'm gonna still be in your corner. Still your love. And he has been true to that to this day. Not just me. You talk to hundreds of other guys, it's gonna be the same way. Well, heck, he got his house upstairs bunked by 10 of them, so folks when they come in town as players, they want to spend the night and stay with him. They do it all the time. Yeah. And but that was really one of the things that impressed me when I came here to be recruited. It was more than just football.
So how did you get in the barbecue game?
Well, it's been 14 years now, and I'm still trying to figure out how did I get into the barbecue. Why? It's something I never thought was going to work. My business partner, Jeff Jackson, had one guy. It was really time for this idea. Because at the time, I was involved in charter schools in Dallas, Texas. I was vice president of community development fundraising. Got a lot of the OU alums in the area on board to help out. And I was coming to Tulsa at the Woodland Hills Mall. We used to have a memorabilia store there called Sports Fanatic. Mm-hmm. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Well, I used to do autograph signings there for them. I used to come in there 2 weeks before Christmas Every day we sell stuff, and I sign it for the people who buy it. He kind of watched me how I be involved with the fans and everything. I always believed if it wasn't for the fans, I wouldn't be here. So one day he came around and he said, you know what? We ought to do something together. Some barbecue. I said, some barbecue? Most men think they can barbecue. He said, yeah, we ought to do a restaurant. I'm like, nah, I won't put my name on the restaurant. Because at the end of the day, if that food ain't any good, they're looking at me, not you. So for a whole year, he kept at me. I wouldn't do it. I was driving back and forth from Dallas to Tulsa, signing autographs for this school. I used to work the Tulsa Fair about 10, 11 years in a row, from open to closing. I would be out there in a booth, signing stuff. The time they opened to the time they closed. He couldn't believe I was doing it. I said, yeah, I mean, but for the fans, I wouldn't be here. I always tell them that. Just finding stuff. So, at that time also, this is 2004, where the economy was soft, but people still gonna eat. He kind of researched in the state of Oklahoma. It may have been true, I don't know. It may not have been true. He said there was only one other athlete that had his name on a restaurant, and that was Mickey Mantle. This was 2004. Might have been true, might not have been. So I said, okay, Jeff. At the time, I'm thinking 1 or 2 stores in Oklahoma, you know. I said, if we do this, we got to be like McDonald's. He said, what you mean? I said, anywhere in the country, you order their French fries, they taste the same. But he said, oh yeah, go consistency. That's the harder part about restaurant being. So around 2004 when we started, we had 3 stores. Tulsa, BA, Broken Arrow, and Edmond. We're still in Edmond, still in Tulsa, and Broken Arrow. They wasn't doing that good, which is okay with me. I'm still working at this. I didn't care if they worked or not. And so we kind of regrouped, got people on board that's smarter than we were. Around 2007, 8, we started franchising. Had a pretty good product, and it just took off. With the restaurant business, I never saw all this coming. And we, like anything, there are ups and downs, you know. You have to stay on top of things. We have good and bad. We're not perfect like anybody else. That's the restaurant business. And, but so far, you know, I never saw one of these being open, to tell you.
I got to ask you, so is there a Heisman Trophy OU Texas barbecue rivalry with Earl Campbell?
Well, believe it or not, for the last 3 years, Earl and I have signed autographs at this game for kickoff. We're at gate 6, I think. It's where everybody get off the train and get off at. We're in that area. And we've been planning to do when we just had to do it, because Earl had been kind of ill a few times when we was talking about doing it. He always wanted me to use his sergeants in my restaurant. But I talk to Earl from time to time.
I got something I want to show you.
Okay.
This is pretty cool. Now you remember back in the day when Sears would sell NFL, they'd sell NFL jerseys and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I still have this. Doesn't fit me anymore. I still have this jersey. Wow. This is the only one of these that I still have.
Really?
I think I had a Freddie Scott and a Derek Danielson. But I still have this one, and I've all these years that I've lived in Oklahoma, I've thought I need to get Billy Sims to sign this.
What? Yeah, but then you need to get the other twins. Len Barney was the first one, really. He played defensive back. Then Barry. And of course myself, I'll sign it. But
I just remember when the Lions started winning, how excited I was, and I was like,
well,
Mom, I want one of those.
It's funny, my first year, we start off the season, we were 4-0. You thought we had just won the Super Bowl.
there was a song made.
Another one bites the dust. Yeah. It wasn't made, it was copied.
It was copied,
Yeah. Yeah,
But, I mean, already
Billy run, all that stuff.
4 games into the season.
Oh man, it was so. But I'm gonna tell you something about the fans. Even now, I've been all over this state, St. Marie, where just name it. I've been such loyal fans. They've been loyal forever. Not as long as they've been losing, but they still show up. I mean, unreal. Because when I got drafted, they were second team in the league with attendance.
They had 80,000 seat stadium, and it was always full.
Always.
Even when they were bad, they always. We never
Always.
had. We didn't have blacked out games.
Nope.
Thank goodness.
But the whole state, they deserve it. I just hate to see if they do get to the Super Bowl and win it, they might turn the lights out in the whole state. Think about it. You know how loyal the fans are. I mean, seriously loyal.
Yes.
And I mean, I go around them a lot because I still go up there, and they don't forget either.
Every year, I tell people this is the year.
They don't forget.
And this is the year.
So how long have you had this?
I've had this for 35, 36, 37 years.
Wow.
Yeah. It's sitting in my sports room upstairs. I'm like, I'm going to get this signed someday.
Yeah, that's got a little improvement to it.
That's right. There we go. Now you remember him from when he was playing?
I do. I remember you from my childhood.
Yeah.
Did you play basketball with my dad?
I may have.
My mom's dad is Jules Sweat, and the reason he came here was to play football for
Bud Wilkinson.
Bud Wilkinson.
Yeah, Coach Wilkinson.
Yeah, he came out here and played for them and won championships in the 50s, played for the Navy, and then he went out and played for the Steelers.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so he played.
You got a lot of history here.
I got a lot of history in Norman.
You probably get tired of hearing it.
Well, no, I just have to make sure I get it right.
Right,
I get corrected. One more time, I was so far before I was born. But
Right.
you better know it.
Well, those guys started this monster.
They
Dad,
did.
Yes, they did.
They
Yeah.
did, and
I still run into people that was at the game when they lost against Notre Dame.
I still hear about that game. But,
There's some people still around, trust me,
it's a big deal.
and they still mad.
They are. They take it very personal. Every time we play Notre Dame, you can't just win. We have to destroy them.
Yeah.
I agree.
You agree? Of course you agree. Right out of Detroit.
OU, Michigan, I want to.
Michigan guy.
Right?
I was
Right?
there on the sideline at Notre Dame when OU went last time.
Yeah.
They won. They played nice there.
It's intense, right? It's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's bred into us around here. Your football, and if you're a part of it or a legacy, it's like there's a club, and you know, it's intergenerational. He came here and he put his roots down and got married. Him and Grandma got married out of college, and you know, no matter where he went. And I said he played for the Steelers, and Grandma told him after I think about 3 or 4 years, well, you have to quit. You have to get a real job. You don't make enough money to support a family.
She was right back in those days. They didn't get.
He had to quit playing football because he didn't make enough money. So
So we got into the restaurant business.
yeah, he got into the restaurant business.